Alright, what is going on, everybody? We are in Spofford, New Hampshire, and we are going over to the final resting place of George Carlin, one of the funniest men ever. And not only did he make you laugh like crazy, he also made you think. And that's an incredible gift to have. And apparently, growing up, he used to come to the camp owned by a family friend on the Spofford Lake here in New Hampshire. And it must have had a lot of good memories, and must have been very meaningful to him to want to have his ashes spread here. But I'm a big fan of George Carlin, and I'm out here adventuring, so I thought I'd stop by and give my respects to Mr. Carlin, right? And it apparently is the cleanest lake in New Hampshire, even though they do allow boating on it. Usually that is a killer when it comes to keeping the lake clean. But lots of boating on the lake, and it's supposed to be one of the cleanest ones up here. And it's 760 some acres, like a mile by 2 miles. And beautiful water, like 60 feet deep at its deepest. But I'm sure it's gonna be lovely. Like I said, I've thoroughly been enjoying the roads, and the scenery is almost as good as the roads around here. Oh, look at that. We're almost there already. Look at that, right here. We didn't have to go very far, did we? Oh. This is Camp Spofford. This is where old George Carlin spent his time when he was a youngster. Pretty neat, huh? A very New Englandy slash middle class, just a nice way to spend the summers as a kid, and good for him, you know. For people who could afford that and live that way, it's nice. I'm sure you don't have to be a millionaire, but we're gonna do a little lap around the lake. But that area back there where the camp is, I guess that's where they spread his ashes. A bunch of people seem to be enjoying themselves in their summer activities. But look how nice it is back here. You can see why I loved it, right? Just going for a nice little walk around the lake on a road like this is a good way to spend an afternoon in the summer. Especially with, you know, the temperature is always a little bit cooler next to the lake. don't know what to do with the lakes up here. People keep saying if I say Lake Spofford, it's wrong. If I say Lake Skaneateles, it's wrong. Up here, only the tourists say that. It's Spofford Lake, and it's Skaneateles Lake, not vice versa. To that I say, well, I am a tourist. And if you are so worried about the semantics of it, you need to calm down a little bit. If that's one of your big worries in life, maybe you should think about the bigger picture a little bit, right? Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have a little house back here? Just a little house next to a lake in New Hampshire. Little cottage, a little cabin, you know? Except I'm sure the winters really get you around here. Ideas? Anybody have ideas? Call that number. But yeah, George Carlin, I was a fan my whole life, you know, and even as he got older, his stuff was still good. You know, he said he was always writing, always writing. I bet you if you had his notebooks, you could have another 3 hours of comedy gold. And you never know, someday somebody might do that. And I guess that's my let's go back around there. I mean, it's a very small lake. I didn't expect it to be an hour-long video, but I thought there would be a little bit more of a, you know, I thought the road might go all the way around the lake, or maybe it does, and I just don't know where I'm going. But let's see. Little post office over there. Somebody building a nice new house here on the lake. Probably cost a fortune. anyway, here we are. We're gonna do a last little lap around the lake. And for any of my viewers out there, if you have not watched George Carlin stand-ups, start with his specials and start at the beginning. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, he was really funny, and he had his own little view on the world and life, and he didn't just take things at face value. He thought about the things he was saying, and he pondered over it, and he wrote and wrote and wrote, and he came out with specials that were funny as well as thought-provoking, you know, and that's rare, you know. There's not a lot of comedians that could do both. A lot that could do one or the other. But that's it. That's the camp right there, Camp Spofford. And looks like we got a little beach. There's the lake. And goodbye, George Carlin. You'll be missed. Alright, catch y'all later. Lots more videos to come on my New England adventures. And if you want to start recording, Insta360 right there, and there'll be a link in the description along with a link for CapCut Pro, which I use to do all of my editing. Alright, I will catch you all a little bit later. Peace.